What's up, gang? I got this little donor tube and, well, donor monitor for the test bench. I'll show you. It's pretty dirty, kind of unknown, and does have a chassis on it. So we're gonna take a look at this in this video, and if that doesn't take very long, then we'll move on to something else. I'm just gonna poke around in a little mini shop today. Stick around.
I'm Walter Day, the father of esports, and you're watching Matty Mo's Arcade.
And you know how long it's been since I played Whac-A-Mole?
I'm getting ready to attack, fanny pack attached. Tokens are all stacked, got the mallet in my grasp. Waiting for the moles, hiding in their holes. Scoreboard keeping tally, I'll be playing till they close now. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. I'm a mallet master, a single-fisted blaster. You can ask my baby, it starts slow then gets faster. I'm a record setter.
This is a very dirty K7000. There are a couple things I like about it. I don't know if we can see, but in here it looks like, if we can see, that's a good shot. Okay, so it looks like the hot's been replaced. Looks like I think that's the voltage regulator back there has been replaced, and the fuse is good back here. I checked it. The flyback has what looks to be a new, sometimes you could tell, this one's really dirty. Sometimes you can tell by the anode cup wiring if it's new or not. I don't know that this one's new. It looks like the newer ones, but it is so dirty, so it could be bad too. But one thing that I like about it, let me see if I'm zoomed in too much. There was no control board, so I'm hoping that somebody fixed this monitor and lost this, or they fixed it and then borrowed this for another game. Somebody forgot about this, and then when they plugged it in, it didn't work because there was no control board. So what we need is, I kind of need to look it over to make sure. I want to test that hot, make sure the hot is good, and then I'll kind of know if we're going to blow a fuse or what the situation is with the flyback maybe, and then we'll need a control board. So let me pull this and find a control board to fill that'll fit this, and we'll see if we can't poke around enough to get this one working. Use it on the test bench. I did find a remote board that fits that, but I've stolen all the pots off of it for other remote boards and chassis. I do have two spares here, and luckily whenever I stole them I wrote down what they were. So all I'm going to do is just desolder the ones that are on here. I think I've already tested all these and these were good, and I threw away the bad one, or I used it. So we're going to rob Peter to pay Paul. I'm going to take what I can off of these or wherever I need to fill this up. I do have some spares too, and then we will pull the chassis and see if it has the proper, well, I wouldn't even say proper, we'll just see if the hot's blown is what I'm looking for, and that should give me enough info to power it on, or not power it on anyway. But we have enough parts, so even if it has a bad hot, bad flyback, we can change that too. So let me go ahead and do this, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I think that this monitor, oh, hang on, let me pause this. Watching King of Kong again. I think that this is just a working monitor that was missing the remote board, and I went ahead and fixed up a new one. I just don't think that somebody would put a new fuse and new parts on and not try it at least, as if it was bad and that hot was bad, it would blow that fuse. So I have power and everything hooked up. I need to put the test pattern generator on, and then I think we are ready to fire her up and see if she works. So let me get the TPG out and then we'll do that. I forgot to get it, dang it. Alright, I think I got everything set up now. Let's turn the TPG on. And then we just need power. Let's see what she does. Fire in a hole. We have high voltage. And it looks like we have a sync issue, which isn't a problem. That's just my the cable on my test pattern generator. The wire was coming out. So give me just 1 second and I'll see if I can fix that. Actually, yeah, hang on a second. I don't want to get shocked. I take that back. I think it was just an adjustment because I touched the little remote board here and it got a little better. So let's see if we can't adjust this at all. There's my little screwdriver when I need it. Screw a little hold. Alright. So we have a stable image on it. That's good. Kinda. I think we need some soldering on the pins on those adjustment pots on the back of the chassis there. So we are a lot of blue. If you see here, when I touch this guy, we get some different action. So that tells me they're loose on the back side. Let's see what we can get back here. See some green. That blue is hardcore, ain't it? That gets even more blue. And I don't see anything for the red. So it looks like need to pull the chassis and it will need to be capped and probably go over the color transistors, these pots for this neck board and the remote board. But I think this will work out for a little test monitor. And next video we'll go ahead and pull the chassis and cap it and see where we can get that going. Also coming up, I'll need to, got you kind of short here, pull the audio amp out of the bottom of the turbo, and that'll be the next video for that, and we'll check it out, see if we can't rebuild it. And have a lot coming up. Still have the pachinko machines and tons of monitors at home anyway. Plenty of stuff at work to do. But thanks for watching. We got a test bench monitor almost ready. And I actually have a couple chassis I can test in it just to see what's going on. See if that's the tube or see if it's the chassis itself. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. So these two right here are going to be ground and 5 volt. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is, a nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted, I got what I wanted, and a pretty good deal on it too. Super hang on.
What I want.
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching.
When you take care of people, people take care of you in this community.
That's the truth.
So everyone, please remember that. Even if we're competitors, we're not enemies.